Okay guys, so this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to upload a website onto GitHub. I'm making this video because several of my colleagues in my ICT class have requested, some information on how to do it. And as a disclaimer, I'd like to say that I'm no expert on actually doing this. I just kind of figured out how to do it on my own. And so there may be some more efficient ways to do this that I don't know of. And if you're someone who knows that and you're watching this, feel free to let us know down in the comments. I'm sure myself and my colleagues will be happy to learn that. But either way, I'm just going to show you guys the method that I learned that I've been using myself to do this. So firstly, there are three things that you need before we get started on uploading our website. Firstly, and most obviously, you need to already have created your website. So for my case, I created a website basically on my friends and my favorite fantasy universe of Warhammer. So this is the website that I made up. It's just random, doesn't really mean anything. And this is currently it's open on my local drive. I haven't uploaded it to the internet yet. That's the website. This is the website. So once you create your website, the next thing is obviously you have to have a GitHub account, right? So I'm not going to show you guys how to sign up for GitHub. It's pretty obvious. You should know how to sign up for websites. If you have a Facebook account or anything like that, it's the same thing. You have an email and I think maybe a phone number as well, and then you give them your email and you sign up. And so after that, the next thing after you create your GitHub account, the next thing you need to do is you need to download either Git Bash or Git Desktop. I'd recommend Git Desktop if you're not that computer literate just yet. You're kind of new to computing or something like that, because it's pretty straightforward, right? So download the application and have it on your computer. So this is the application we'll be using. So once you have those three things done, your website, your GitHub account, and Git Desktop installed on your computer, now you can create your repository. So that's the first thing to do. So I can just create it by clicking here, but on the off chance you end up somewhere else on this website and you're not sure where to go, you can always create a repository by going to your clicking on this thing, and then you click on repositories, and then right here you can create a new repository. So this is my first one that I created. I'm going to create a new one now for the purpose of this video. So I'm going to call it YouTube website tutorial. So that's the only thing that you really need to do, is give it an appropriate name. Probably a good idea to not have, so it's probably good to do this, make sure that you don't have any space in between. You can use a dot if you want, or something like that to make a difference, or maybe something like this, right? And then once you have the green tick here, that means that everything is okay. So after that, when it comes to the rest of these things, just leave it as public. You don't have to do anything with this readme here. I honestly don't know what this does, but also leave it empty, leave it at none, and you don't need to do anything with license. So really it's just writing the appropriate name, maybe give a description if you want, leave it on public, and then create repository. I apologize for the background noise. Nothing I can do about that. I live in a neighborhood in the middle of a Pacific Islands country, so people are going to make noise. So anyway, I've created the repository now, but it's empty and it's on the website. And so this is my repository that I created. What I want to do now is clone this repository that's empty onto my computer, and I want to put it in this folder here that I've pre-made. So right now this folder is empty. I want to clone it and put it in this folder. So to do that, I'm going to use Git Desktop because it's pretty much easier to do this. So you go File, Clone Repository, and then you click on, this is the repository that I just made. It already recognizes it. So I click on that repository, click clone, and now it's cloning it. So now if I were to open up this folder, now you see there's a folder in there. This folder wasn't there before. So that it was made by this thing. So now what I can do in order to copy my website onto the internet, I go to my website, I copy all of the website files, images, text, my CSS. Another thing to note, make sure that the actual website itself, this file, the one that opens the website, make sure it's called index. Don't call it website or second or anything else. Make sure it's called index. So after you copy it, come to where the clone file is, and you paste it inside this folder, not inside this folder, but inside this folder, right? The folder that has the same name as your website, this same name, put it in the folder that has that same name. So put it in here. Yeah. So the file's already in there. Now, after I've copied it, I open up GitHub Desktop, and you see GitHub Desktop automatically recognizes that the current local repository has some changes. The changes are, I've added some new files into it. So one of the things you need to do, make sure you write here in this field summary, you write a summary of what you just did. So this is the first time I'm adding these files. So I'm just going to say first time. So yeah, this one is optional though. So once I say that, I commit to main, and then I publish it. After I commit to main, I have to publish it. Sometimes people forget, it's not, you commit to main and then you publish. And now it's pushing the files that I just made, that I just copied into the clone, it's pushing them to the internet. So I wait for this to be done. Yeah. And then now if I were to refresh this page, this code, if I click here and refresh the page, now you see the files are all in here. Now we're not done yet though, because what's happened is we've uploaded these files to the internet, but they're not in the form of a website yet. See, if you just click on this, it's not actually going to launch a website, it's just going to launch this thing. So I'd like to make a disclaimer, there may be a more efficient way to do this next step that I don't know about, and if there is, feel free to comment down below. The way I convert, basically what I'm going to do now is convert this into a website. The way I do that conversion process, I've learned to do it, was I went to settings, and then I went to pages, and then I went to under build and deployment, deploy from branch, right, the source, deploy from branch, and then you click on main. So the main is like just the main file, and then make sure this is on root, not doc. There's another option here, but make sure it's on root, and then you click save. So now that the settings has been saved, you go to actions, and you should see this happening, right? Build and development. So basically what's happening, it's developing my website now. So just to make sure there's no conflict, I like to close the website and close any other pages that are involved with the website. Make sure that I don't, not interfering. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I just do that as a precaution. Probably doesn't. But yeah, I click out on everything, and then I just sort of wait for this thing. This is just the waiting game, more or less. So what's happening right now is it's building the website, and then it's going to deploy it. So yeah, this takes some time. Okay guys, so it's done now. That took 1 minute and 1 second. It normally shouldn't take too much longer than a minute, maybe even less than a minute. I'm not sure what it depends on, maybe the speed of your computer. Anyway, so as you can see, I clicked on this after the tick happens, and then this right here, this is the website that's now been uploaded to the internet. So if I click on this, bang. So this is my new website. And you see, look at the HTML. This is not on my local computer. This is actually on the internet. So if you watching this video were to type this URL, you should be able to visit my website. Okay, so that's it. It's done. In order to submit for purposes to our ICT lecturer, this is the link you're going to copy right here. You copy this link, or you can open it and then copy from up here and submit that to whoever wants to review your website and so on. So just very quickly, I'll go over how you can make changes to your website and push them. So say after you upload it, you decide you want to make some changes to it. You should be able to do that by you open the local repository. So my original copy is here, but now I'm editing the the local clone repository, not my original repository. So sorry, my original file, right? This is the repository clone. See? And this here, this is where my website originally came from. I copied from here and then I put it in the repository. But I'm editing directly from the repository now. So from here, I'm just going to make a slight change. I'm going to say this is my practice website for ICT assessment that I also used in a YouTube video. There. So that's been changed. If I were to just open it just like this, just so you know, PyCharm automatically saves changes, so I don't need to press save. That's why I just did that. So it automatically saves. Anyway, so if I were to open this is not on the internet. This is in my computer, in my PC. If I opened it, you see I've changed it, right? But on the internet, if I refresh, it hasn't changed yet. It's still the same as it was. It hasn't changed to this new one. So in order to push this new change I've made to the internet, I have to go to GitHub. Now automatically, sorry, Git desktop. Automatically Git desktop will detect that I've made changes, right? So you see here, it detects that I made a deletion and an addition. Well, really I just made an addition, but it sees that this is no longer there and instead this is here. So it now knows that I edited the file. So I have to write a description, right? So the description will be, oh yeah, update index for YouTube. So that's basically just a description of the change I made. Then commit to main. Once again, after I click commit to main, I have to push it. Okay, make sure it says push and not pull. Push, and then now it's being pushed. The change I made is being pushed to the internet. So after I push it, once again, I'm just going to close all of those just to make sure. And I'm going to refresh this. Can you see? So this file, see, these files haven't changed since the first time I updated them. But this file has been changed. And it was changed when I updated the index file for YouTube. Changed now. So that's what this all means, right? This is the first time it hasn't changed. I haven't changed this. I have changed this. So I go to actions. And it should already be, yeah, it's already queued it's already building the website automatically. So once again, we're just going to have to wait for this to complete. And when the tick happens, then we can open it and check to see if the change went through. Okay, that's done. Click on this. Click on the website. And there we go. Right, so I needed to refresh it in order for that change to happen. So as you can see, now I have it, and this is on the internet, not on my personal PC. So the change that I added came into the website. So there you go, guys. That's how I managed to upload my website to GitHub, and that's how I'll be more or less submitting it to Mr. Oh, my internet just died somehow. Anyway, main thing, you guys, coincidence that it died right as my but the video finished. So yeah, anyway, thanks very much guys for watching, and I hope you guys learned something. Don't forget to like the video, and oh yeah, if you're my colleague and you're watching this video, you better like this video, right? And you better subscribe to my channel too. But yeah, anyway, thanks very much random peeps for watching, and catch you guys in the next video that I may make. Bye for now.